My country people them, when I listen to Agbor Balla and I will give my response after.
Hello, Mr. Leo. Can you inform the public that only Cameroonians will determine their own future and solve their own problems? Ayabacho and so-called Ambazonians are not Cameroonians. Dialogue should be by Cameroonians amongst Cameroonians. MKPD is writing from Yaoundé. Okay.
Leo, can I answer a few?
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say, for example, MKPD, I think it's my country people,
Yes.
the famous one. Yes, you see, this language about it will only be discussed by Cameroonians and Cameroonians. I think also when we're trying to find a solution, we need to start toning down our rhetoric. Okay, these people have taken up arms. We need them. We need peace. So the argument that they are not Cameroonians, we know they are Cameroonians. Okay, the argument that peace would only come with Cameroonians, then it's a farce. So to me, let us try to make peace with whoever we think can help us in finding a resolution. Not necessarily that the separatist leaders reflect the opinions of the average person on the ground, but they reflect some opinion. They reflect an opinion also of some of the people. Mm-hmm. We should not pretend that there are people in Anglophone Cameroon who want separation and others don't. That's why I said that they would also seek, others would be included in this process. It's not just for one grouping. But what is important for us is for us to have peace. How do we work towards peace? And we should try just to be understanding. Let's try to accommodate each and every one. The differences of opinion, that's what makes us stronger. We can disagree without necessarily being disagreeable. Let us try to build together. Let us try to convince the others also who feel that separation is a panacea, that we can find a way to accommodate each and every one in this entity called Cameroon. But also is a responsibility of government to win the minds and hearts of the people of the former West Cameroon, for them to feel, to have a reconnection, or to feel that they belong to this country. There are people who feel that they don't belong to this country any longer. How can government work? How can civil society? How can religious leaders? How can each and everyone work, towards all of us reconnecting back with the fatherland? That is a question that can only be done when we start this peace process.
Thank you very much, Agbor Balla, for that comprehensive response. Now, here is my reply. First thing first, all the people, the way they always talk, say it is so make we go dialogue. None of una don't ever articulate for we how for remove the guns from the hands of the Pekin them way they cause the instability. The people, the way they take away our peace, now them carry the guns. Una never ever articulate how we go remove the guns from their hands. I want for also appreciate that point where you make and say the so-called separatists, they reflect a certain portion, a fraction of the Anglophone population, their mentality or their idea and their position of separation. Yes, but I want you for also appreciate and with exactly the same energy for also let the world know. Say we, the victims of Ambazonia terrorist atrocities, will represent a greater voice in the Anglophone population. The people, the way they don't torture them, behead them, kill them, kidnap them for ransom, we want justice as well. And we, where we don't talk, say Cameroon must remain one and indivisible, we also represent a chunk of the Anglophone population. Agbor Balla also mentioned, say, the people, the way they carry guns in the bush, you need them and you want peace. Now, if me, I woke up, carry my own maybe 30 or maybe 100 Pekin and 2, I buy them 3 AK-47s, them 2, I go for bush, I kill a few people them, do you also ask the Cameroon government to come and sit down to dialogue with me? That is a legitimate question where I ask you, because it's not everyone that carries a gun and commit terrorist atrocities in the community requires, say, me they go down for legitimacy, and dialogue with you. Another dimension, na geopolitics. We all know, and person like Agbor Balla no be blind to the reality of Cameroon, the division in culture. I mean, cultural diversity, not division. We get the Northeasts. They get their own power play inside the Cameroon political landscape. We get the Southerners. You get people from the South region, the East region, and the Central region. And then you get the Bamilekes, and of course you get the Anglophone. All of these four power dynamics, they at play. Now, the Anglophones, they don't show their hand with Chakavum Kraidai guns. And if you ask the Cameroon government to go appease them, so are you also telling us that we should set the precedent, say in the future, maybe in 2 or 3 years' time, as the Bamileke don't already start to agitate with Maurice Kamto, he call himself now president-elect. So if the Bamilekes them too, they carry their own chakra from Kradai gun, maybe they buy some 200 guns, they go chakra someplace, kill 1 or 2 divisional officers, behead a few civilians, them like they do Madame Ayafo Florence. Are you saying that the Cameroon government should also capitulate and go to dialogue with them? That is a legitimate question. My problem is setting a very bad, dangerous precedent where it would take over the whole country, not just the Anglophone regions of Cameroon.
We don't have federalists. They are traitors. There are no people you call federalists. They are all traitors.
Agbor Balla and the rest.
No, he's a traitor. He said, the biggest mistake of my leadership, the biggest mistake and what I really regret is that during the period of the revolution, we did not kill all of these people. It was a huge mistake. During the French Revolution, all of these people will not stay alive. Even today in Ukraine, we heard the other day.
I like how this big brother Agbor Balla, it don't talk about toning down the rhetoric. It talks say we want to find solutions, so we need to tone down the rhetoric. Let me take this opportunity for remind Agbor Balla say, no be now we the country people them, or the victims of Amazona terrorism, no be now we the black legs will be go talk publicly on media, say me the Gary picking their hands where they want go for school. No be now we be go talk say we want for cut heads for chiefs, pin them on a stick. As a matter of fact, na Ayabacho Lucas be talk that one. This same Agbor Balla he been a victim of that same vile terrorist threats. Ayabacho be talk say he want for kill Agbor Balla. He talk him. Ayabacho, he talks one for pin heads for chiefs on a stick. You get Chris Anu, where he be talk say he actually give a ransom on the head of Mayor Ekema Patrick he had. You also get many other terrorist attacks and threats where they don't threaten, not to talk about the chiefs of Fako, where Tapang Ivo and a bunch of other Amber terrorists, they be send their terrorists picking them, they go kidnap those chiefs and for Fako, they kill so many of them. So when we talk about toning down the rhetoric, Agbor Balla need for go back and go talk now to the Amber terrorists, where they don't issue terrorist threats since 2018. Another point where I want to make now for this nomenclature, how for call the Amber terrorists, I insist because the Cameroon government insist for call them terrorists because they don't be declared say they be terrorists. Because the FBI in the United States of America, it don't charge 3 Amber terrorists for providing material support to terrorists in a foreign country. Their names na Claude Chi, Langmin Nestor, and Frank Chenyi. When I go check them. So no be not just me, but the United States government and the Cameroon government, it don't declare them terrorists. For President Paul Biya, end of year speech, he spell them out. Say the people the way they incite terrorist atrocities in the northwest and the southwest regions, and that the security situation in those areas is they under control. Those are not my words. Now the head of state, the president of the republic, ye words. Quote ye any day, any time.
Agbor Balla and the rest.
No, he's a traitor. He said, the biggest mistake of my leadership, the biggest mistake and what I really regret is that during the period of the revolution, we did not kill all of these people.